Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Every time people talk to me, it's never, hey, Gumshoe, how you doing? It's always like, what happened with the murder? What was the crime scene?
Why aren't you investigating the crime scene?
If there was blood on the ground, why was the weapon? I don't know. I just reported.
Oh, I missed the right. Why didn't I see that one piece of evidence? You know, my life isn't perfect.
I didn't design the crime scene.
So how is the initial investigation going?
Not well. We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir.
That sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick responses to a case.
I'd say she was, a little too quick, sir.
Oh? How so?
I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow when I got here, Ms. Von Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kinda creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something, and had come in advance to await your flight's arrival.
That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly, and out of the blue.
Have to be the fastest.
Plus, I just look like my hero, Sonic. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. I'm in Germany. There must be some... Are you getting arrested or not? There must be some backstory to all of this.
I'm fighting back, so it's taking them a while. I'm very uncooperative.
Ms. Von Karma just kinda popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. We thought she was in Germany, and then we opened the door.
And then she was like, I'm in Germany, and we were like, no, you're not, Ms. Von Karma. She's like,
said,
well done, first puzzle solved.
Something about her first puzzle? I don't know. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident.
No details?
It's kinda top secret, so she can't talk about it even with me, sir.
Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine?
Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. How you been? We should find out more as we investigate.
Fine.
How was the foreign country?
I didn't get to watch Bolt on the flight, so I'm a little
Oh,
cranky.
you haven't seen Bolt?
I've seen it. I just wanted to watch it. It's my tradition on a flight to watch Bolt.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Isn't it though? It's so good.
It's
Remember all those
dog.
classic characters like Bolt and
Boltette, his
Boltette,
girlfriend.
and there's a cat in it, I think.
Sure.
Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh.
Fresh.
Afresh.
Fresh.
Are you making a fun of me?
What is this?
Lunchland. Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. That's Angel Star's thing, right?
I think so.
Ooh, I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try.
What should I go with?
I recommend our airport special, World's Flag lunchboxes, only available for a limited time.
It says world flags.
No. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags.
If you really want one that badly, Detective, why don't you go ahead and buy one?
Is that okay, sir? Thanks. Alright then, I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star-Spangled Banner lunchbox, please.
I hope he's aware that's the most expensive one on the menu.
Aw.
Probably just
This
go on
is
the...
salmonella.
Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before.
Nom 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 nom. In Soviet Russia, world flag lunchboxes eat Jew.
Jesus Christ.
Is he okay?
Mr. Edgeworth, we gotta get him some water.
Found it. Lol. Ooh, I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000! Lols. It's my favorite meme. For my next elite move, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Not his move. It's his power move.
It's my next move. Versus the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna rock so many boxers.
Phew, good thing it was a false alarm, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a move.
Fucking weeb.
Completely ignoring me as usual.
Well, we can just go on the plane, right? No? It's that way?
Not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
over
go.
here.
Okay.
Who's this guy?
I'm Sexy Stan.
So you must be the captain. You don't look like
You
Zeus.
don't look like Zeus.
You're not Zeus, you liar.
Why, yes, I am. I mean, no, I'm not. And who might you be?
I am the prodigy prosecutor, Franziska von Karma. She's so pretty from television, and I have a few questions for you.
You've never been on television.
I'm always on television. I'm always showing.
Am I on television? Am I in Germany? Yes.
Yeah, you're in television.
You're always on television.
Don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman? I'll never forgive you if you do.
What are you talking about, huh? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy.
I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person.
Sure, you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir?
He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I'd like to leave that type of witness to Franziska and her whip.
I'm going to destroy this man. I'm going to whip him into goo. Into a little pile of goo.
Oh!
I'm whipping him into a pile of goo right now,
like
off screen. He's goo now.
He's goo. Oh my god, he is goo.
He really
He's
is
straight
goo.
up Dragon Quest slime now.
Guy's still mad.
Now see here.
Heck! Sorry, I'm sorry!
How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal. I told you.
Mr. LeBlanc.
Oh, it is you. There is a man to stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend.
Okay, bye.
Okay, we'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Alright, what the
nerd.
fuck do you want, you idiot?
Did you finish taking his statement yet?
Yep, all done, sir.
I do not concern if you are not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back.
What's your cargo?
If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay.
Art? What sort of art?
Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small, medium,
Sort of large.
extra large.
Really small.
From full costumes to stone statues, I said all kinds of art.
Some so small they'll fit in your mouth. Oh.
Folk, don't eat that, Detective. Folk costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat. It kind of looks like that other piece of cloth.
Oh shit.
Present it.
You're not gonna like this, Mr. LeBlanc.
Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me?
Oh, it's a Burgundian cloth.
As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose?
Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more.
Wow.
Wow. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier?
No. My cargo this time is much many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved?
You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal.
The stubbornness of you police, it is no good. Go to jail. Go to jail.
A man has died.
And it is no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too.
I think I have to go to jail now.
That attendant. I wonder if he's talking about Ms. Tenero.
Rhoda Tenero.
What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc?
She was taken into the attendant's room for an interview, and then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her.
Why is Ms. Tenero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time?
Hello.
Hello?
How's everyone doing? Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you?
Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Ms. Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room?
Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances.
Oh my god, how many fucking times? I understand.
I want you to go to jail, that'd be so funny. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, that's how it's said.
This is my logic.
Franziska's logic and oxymoron, if I heard one.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That was rude.
That's so mean.
Wow, my logic is good. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found,
The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect.
The likeliest suspect, Franziska?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute.
I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend?
Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic fast.
Impossible. It is
Probably
perfect
pretty
logic.
possible.
No, my logic, Franziska's logic is good. And go with the most obvious. Scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. Okay. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until the only person in this lounge was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. Oh yeah, this is weird.
Hold it!
Press.
Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree that I am the most likely suspect.
Cool, so go to jail.
But
Go for it.
But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. Miss Von Karma's gotta believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like siblings. Ow!
Quiet, Scruffy. Even if we were related by blood, that's no guarantee that he's not a criminal.
Franziska.
Hi. I demand to see some proofs that you are not the guilty party.
The likeliest suspect, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. Okay, but it would appear that she doesn't yet know about the... Hold on, we could...
no.
Well, I guess we're presenting... I don't know why they keep, like, making us like, okay, you figured this out, but now you have to explain it to this person. It just...
Yeah, it's kind of the same points
Okay,
over and
let's
over.
not complicate things with what's obvious. The scene of the crime was here.
Do you have anything that says it wouldn't be the...
Well, I mean, it's
or
the suitcase, right?
Yeah. Or would it be the cloth or the suitcase?
No, it was the body was transported.
Oh, okay.
Objection! Tisku, tisku, tisku. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all.
Yes, I did. I have all the information. What does that mean?
I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection! Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions?
Excuse me?
All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth.
I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily.
You should know better than that. Von Karma is perfect in every way.
Ah, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Didn't know that. Objection.
Shit, no.
Well, that proves me fucking wrong. As if there's proof of that. You don't have like a photo
Of like footprints or like some kind of line coming away with footprints.
Footprint photo would be very useful. You could use that like 100 times and it'd probably still be useful. They spilled grape juice in front of the elevator.
God, I love this evidence. Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here.
Put it on a frame in his office.
Where is the evidence that proves the killer? Oh, maybe the little lines.
Yeah, maybe these lines.
Take that! This mark here. Wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels?
No. I suppose.
Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase.
This is not.
This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here.
No, shut up. Stop. Shut up. I suppose this means that the killer...
Oh yes, the classic defense going, shut up, shut up.
No.
Classic
You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
You're wrong, you're wrong.
Did move the victim's body from somewhere else.
I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection! Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. In fact, it makes you more guilty. And here's why.
And here is why.
Franziska's
part 2.
you didn't let me get to part 2, that's the problem. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within that suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. That's fucked up, man.
Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly.
Thank you. Just what are you insinuating?
That you thought of it on the fly, that I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is.
Why do you keep emphasizing fly?
And I didn't emphasize just fly, I emphasized on the fly, because you're full of shit. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me.
I don't understand.
I'm the Reaper, bitch. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop.
Does that mean presenting evidence? As opposed to picking, is that a clue?
Acquired the piggy bank before. Is it well?
Oh, wait,
the piggy bank came out
there.
when
It came out with the turbulence.
See that
fucking
says
clown.
it? Yes.
Yeah. Dummy.
Dummy.
Didn't even have to read any of the other shit.
The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly decent.
Oh, okay. Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master. Do you know what they are?
Do you? But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix?
I think you're asking me because you don't know. A fake?
Good one. This Mr. iFly piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon.
What?
The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred.
But then what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that?
I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence.
We're gonna find out all 3 things he did on the next episode.
Oh man, and each one after the other is just incredible.
Tell us in the comments what your
Which of your 3 favorite things is your favorite?